Magandang araw and welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Maraming salamat. Kumusta?
Okay naman, hectic.
A busy time at the moment, but for the most part, yeah, we have each other naman.
No, each other. I love you.
Napakaingay na dahil kampanya na. I know you're very busy, but how busy is busy? What role do you play? Ano ang inyong partisipasyon sa kampanya?
I'm more in the background, right? He goes with the dad campaigning. They
No,
all
but you
go.
sort out the HQ naman. And
Yeah, but it's
organize
sorted
that.
out already.
Me naman, I just go around with my dad, like, you know, because if you're campaigning naman, you see all strangers every day. So, nice to be with family, and then, like, we never hang out anymore. So, that's parang our way of hanging out. Like, motorcade na lang.
What are you discovering pag sumasama ka sa dad? Anong nakikita mo? Anong karanasan mo?
Well, the biggest one, I think, ganda ng Philippines, you know? Like, Philippines is such a beautiful place. Like, you know, when you travel, you make, you know, drive around, you just see, like, iba-iba talaga.
He just started the campaign here, 2 months ago?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he was in Singapore. And we were having lunch. And I said, oh, Vinny, how's the campaign? It's okay, Mom. They asked me to sign Sandro's autograph 5 times.
Ibig sabihin, parang ikaw si Sandro?
Yeah. I signed Sandra's face. Because I've been gone for 2 years, right? And then parang I guess I look different. Like, parang when they saw with me with my dad, they'd be like, why is he on the motorcade, you know? Like, who is he? Like,
Taba mo. Di ba
yeah.
Taba mo.
Mas guwapo si Simon.
Okay lang sa'yo?
It's okay.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
24.
24. Okay. Do you have contributions to the campaign? Like, that line is mine. What dad is wearing is mine. What my husband is doing now, you know, I coached him. I mean, do you have that kind of contribution?
Well, when there's a smile on her face or my dad's, I like to think it's me. So.
During the
Because
campaign.
he's so sungit usually, you know, he's always working, right? So.
Pero
even-
pag nakikita ka,
Yeah.
How can you not look at that
I mean, even
face,
if he gets innocent at my jokes, right? At least he's distracted for a bit. Like, yeah.
okay, distracted for a bit, pero ang dulo nun, ngumingiti at tumatawa.
Yeah, right. Like,
Okay.
Breath of fresh air.
How are you navigating this extremely polarized political landscape? May nagkakagusto, may hindi nagkakagusto, overwhelming praise, the bashing. How are you able to navigate this?
Me, I just say smile. Well, I don't have Facebook or Twitter, so I really don't, I don't engage. But I know so many people who do, and it's there's so much hatred. No?
it's not a
You,
good
what
place
do
to
you do?
be in. Yeah. Ako naman sanay naman ako. Like, you know, growing up, I've always been a Marcos. So when it comes to the haters, like, it's normal naman for me. I've heard it since, you know, growing up. But I mean, there's so many supporters now. It's so hard to be negative. Like, sobrang passionate din sila. So.
Vinny, when you say, I've always been a Marcos, anong ibig sabihin nun?
I mean, I'm born with my name, right? I mean, for me, it's just my father's name and my family's name, but obviously everyone else, it has so much meaning, right? So, yeah, I mean, I've always gotten those comments, even like 3 years old or something, you know, parang, okay,
And how do you respond?
normal. I mean, what can you really do, right? I mean, you can't really debate when you're 5 years old, so just take it. My dad naman's very positive about it. Like, he just says, don't worry about them, you know, we're just trying to do good.
Also, they studied in Ilocos when they were young. And then at 11, they went to boarding school in England. So by the time they came back, hasa na yung brain nila.
Okay. Let's talk about the idea of the presidency. Were you consulted, Liza, when the senator decided to go for the presidency?
6 months ago, he wasn't yet sure what to do. We had no party, And then one day we're watching Ant-Man in the room. And then he looked, because we love Marvel movies. And then he looked at me and he goes, okay, we're going to do this. He told me. I said, do what? Run for the presidency.
Your reaction was one of?
Nervousness. And also, I didn't want him to get hurt because, in 2016 when he lost, it was really a painful experience for him. And he was like, wow, what happened? You see this ground swell and you lost. And that's everyday campaigning. So it's really painful. It's a painful experience.
Did you discourage your husband?
Well, it's his decision, right? I didn't encourage, but I didn't discourage.
If you have it your way, Vinny, would you have wanted your dad to run for the presidency?
I want my father to be happy amongst anything else. I want him to do whatever he feels in order to feel fulfilled. And yeah, so in that case, I do support my father just because I want him to be happy.
How did you know that your father was running for the presidency?
I can't remember the exact time, but I know my mom called me saying, "Hey, how are you? How are you in Singapore? By the way, heads up, your dad might be running for president." I was like, "Oh God, like security, like no more freedom, more cameras." Because I really try and stay out of the public life if I can help it.
Why?
I think, well, I'm a software engineer, right? So all the publicity in the world can't help your code. I just, it's not my thing. Like I don't go on Instagram, I don't go on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. Hindi yan mundo ng isang software engineer.
Web app.
I'm doing this series of interviews because it is our intention for people to get to know the families of the presidential candidates. Dahil kami naniniwala na malaking bahagi ang pamilya sa usaping pagiging presidente halimbawa. I'm sure people right now, mga taong nagmamasid sa ating pag-uusap, Liza, ang unang katanungan ay, who are you? If I were to phrase that using my podcast, who are you when no one is watching?
I'm just chill. I'm chill. I'm a lawyer. I like teaching. I like staying out of the limelight, like my son.
Saan ka nagtuturo, Liza?
Me, I taught in PLM, FEU, where else? Northwestern in Ilocos,
Baguio.
MMSU, St. Louis in Baguio. That was my last.
Okay. At anong itinuturo mo?
Law. Tinuturo ko yung same class first year until they graduate. And then I help them in the bar. And it's actually more for me because I get nervous and all that. And I've been teaching for 20 years, so I tell them, I just say, okay, my salary, we'll just use it for the bar, but just give me Friday 3 hours. So, say I go to Baguio every Friday, 3 hours, sunod yan. And I don't teach. I don't choose the subject. So, because if you teach the same thing over and over again, it's corny, right? So, it's also my way of being abreast with the law, right?
Anong ibig sabihin na yung sweldo ay napupunta sa bar exams?
A professor gets X amount, right? So I don't accept it, and I just tell them, just make it puhunan until the 4th year, and then my students will take the bar, right? When they take the
Kung
bar...
anong pangangailangan nila, napupunta doon yung...
I'll give an example, like in Northwestern, so it was the 4th year, then they took the bar. So the bar was here in UST, so I transported everyone, got them a nice hotel, asked Ateneo to brief them, the bar tips. I mean, these are people that, can't really afford. And after the that's 4 Sundays at the bar. The second Sunday, I said, oh, how was it? Okay naman, ma'am, galing eh. Why is your face like that? They didn't have money for the Xeroxing of the bar tips. Can you imagine? I mean, here you are giving them breakfast, lunch, dinner, and night, but I totally forgot that they need money for Xeroxing. And it's mahal, ah? So the next Sunday, may Xerox machine na. So little things like that, you learn.
Vinny, ikaw.
Me? When no one's
Sino
watching?
si Vinny?
I mean, same as like I'm a normal guy. I have a day job. I like to skateboard, but I haven't recently. Just been busy. Yeah, I think I'm just an average guy.
What about your brothers? Sino sila?
As much. Yeah,
Careful.
no. I mean, as famous as let's say Sandro is now, he's still a normal guy. Like he's still super manong to me and very annoying. Yeah, I mean, they're just normal. They're normal kuyas.
Okay, that's Sandro and
Simon, same
Simon.
thing. But he's a manong also. But because he's younger, I can get away with more stuff. But he's just as vocal.
who is your dad when no one is watching? Pag kayo lang.
He snores really loud.
A chef.
Yeah, a chef. Great father. Oh, mathematician. Not a lot of people know that.
So when we travel.